Okay, this is my vision board project. My name is Rebecca. I drew basically using a tree structure, and ultimately I want to purchase land someday and build a sustainable community. I really want it to be artistically based. Ultimately, I think everything really does come down to the arts. We used to look at everything and call it the arts. There was the art of, painting, but there was also like the art of herbalism. It was any of these basic things that we used to do to support ourselves and live. And they were called the arts collectively. Um, and this idea, this notion that art is life and life is art has always been something very important to me, and I want to incorporate that into this future vision. So what I want to do is purchase property, do a permaculture regenerative farm on there, food forests. I want to have available community spaces such as a kitchen, storage lockers, showers, greenhouse space, garden space. I want to be able to create the space people need to create what they need to survive. If your profession, your career is an artist, or you're someone who's good with plants and stuff like that, but you don't have the space to do what you need to do, this could be something that helps provide it. So I have the tree here, and toward the roots and everything, I have the things, thinking of this in terms of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. At the base of the pyramid, you have your basic survival. That's your biological survival. That's, food, clothing, warmth, shelter, that kind of stuff. So, I want all of this to be self-sustaining. So there we got a greenhouse over here. Over here, we've got an orchard and stuff. I'm thinking food forests for that. Over here, we've got like a kitchen that's equipped to do food preservation and everything, and also cook stuff. Over here, we got more like the kind of bathroom vanities thing. That's kind of making like your own like health and beauty products and things like that. Natural products, a lot of the stuff in the stores are full of terrible things. There's also like in the center of this by the tree trunk, I also have like a yoga mat and stuff. There's like this concept of, fulfilling your base first and having a strong foundation within that. I like the concept of using this tree too, because it kind of speaks to the having a natural perspective with it. And it also speaks to like, it appeals to like my inner yogi and like tree pose and kind of remaining centered and taking a Zen approach to life. So that's at the base. That's your natural stuff. That's the farming stuff, food preservation, all the things that we need to survive. That's also going to be like energy harvesting and solar and all of that. I want to make a eco-friendly, sustainable off-grid community. At the top of this is more the art focus of that. With my background as a tattoo artist, I've been in that industry for 19 years now this summer, and so I really want to continue doing stuff with my tattoo career because I love it. It's a passion of mine. I want to kind of redo how I approach it in a more eco-friendly fashion. They have come a long way with what they have available for tattoo tools and technology, and that is awesome. I also do a lot of writing, so I have incorporated like a book, and I've incorporated kind of a gallery space too as an artist to do a lot of painting and stuff like that. And so I also have like a studio space here with musical instruments and things like that. My thought with that is what a cool format that could follow as far as outreach and community and stuff, providing space for other artists is providing space for like a work trade basis might be something cool, because there are going to be a lot of systems and stuff that are going to require help to keep everything running. I would say the other thing I have a emphasis here too is like, all of this stuff is connected, and that's part of why I really like the tree concept. And I've even kind of worked myself into the tree in a way, like realizing that, it's a balance with all these things, and if I can put my focus so that I'm not attaching too much to any one thing, I can be more versatile. And also thinking of the tree perspective, just to kind of wrap this up, is also, a tree isn't a tree overnight. It goes through a process. And thinking of this, I mentioned a little bit, but really starting with the roots. Self-care, building up my base, building a solid, firm structure for myself, getting myself stable and building those things, and then being able to, you know, bear fruit and share that. And so that's kind of a bit by bit process. So part of what I'm doing right now is going back to school to help, you know, get my knowledge on these subjects more better. Aloha, thank you.